Welcome to Of Another Fold, where music, film, and sports collide with real stories. Here, legends are more than headlines, and every journey reveals the human behind the fame. Settle in, another story is about to unfold. Jamie Foxx, the man who could do everything. There are artists, and then there are forces of nature. Jamie Foxx is the kind of performer who doesn't just enter a room, he reshapes it. Actor, singer, comedian, pianist, producer, a cultural shapeshifter whose talent stretches so wide that Hollywood has spent decades trying to define him, only to realize he refuses to fit into any single box. But before the fame, before the awards, before the headlines and controversies, there was a boy named Eric Marlon Bishop, born December 13th, 1967, in Terrell, Texas, a quiet town with strict traditions, racial divides, and a world that felt both safe and limited. Jamie wasn't raised by his biological parents. At 7 months old, he was adopted by his grandparents, Mark and Esther Talley, a decision that would shape the rest of his life. Esther, a disciplined, elegant, no-nonsense woman, believed in excellence. She believed in structure, and she believed her grandson was destined for something greater than the world around him. Jamie once said, "My grandmother was my first acting coach. She taught me how to stand, how to speak, how to be somebody." Under her guidance, he learned classical piano at age 5. He excelled academically. He became the first quarterback in Terrell High School history to pass for over 1,000 yards. But even with all that discipline, Jamie discovered something else, something that would become his superpower: comedy. In a town divided by race and tradition, humor became his bridge, his shield, his way of surviving. "If I could make you laugh," he later said, "I could make you like me." But Terrell was too small for a talent this big, and soon the boy from Texas would step onto a stage far bigger than anything he had ever imagined. This is the story of Jamie Foxx, the man who could do everything. Terrell, Texas, the making of a prodigy. Growing up in Terrell meant growing up inside a world of contradictions. On one hand, Jamie had the stability of his grandmother's home, a place of discipline, music, and high expectations. On the other hand, the town itself was racially segregated, socially rigid, and slow to change. But Jamie thrived. He learned classical piano from a local teacher who recognized his talent early. He played in church, he excelled in school, he became a star athlete. His teachers described him as gifted, charismatic, and always performing, even when he wasn't trying to. But comedy was where he truly shined. Jamie studied the timing of Richard Pryor, the physicality of Eddie Murphy, and the musicality of great impressionists. He didn't just imitate voices, he became them. His impressions were so sharp that even as a teenager, people knew he had something special. Still, Terrell had limits, and Jamie knew he had to leave if he wanted to grow. After high school, he attended United States International University studying classical music and composition. But the pull of comedy, the pull of the stage, was too strong. He moved to Los Angeles, and that's where everything changed. The birth of Jamie Foxx, Los Angeles in the late 1980s, was a battlefield for comedians. Open mics were brutal, audiences were unforgiving, and stage time was scarce. Jamie noticed something. Women were called to the stage more often than men. So he chose a gender-neutral stage name, Jamie Foxx, inspired partly by comedian Red Fox. It worked. His impressions, Mike Tyson, Prince, Bill Cosby, were so precise and musical that he stood out instantly. He didn't just mimic voices, he embodied them. His timing was razor-sharp, his confidence was magnetic. Soon he landed a spot on the hit sketch show In Living Color from 1991 to 1994. There he created unforgettable characters like Wanda, showcasing his fearlessness and comedic range. Hollywood began to notice. But Jamie wasn't satisfied with being just funny. He wanted more. He wanted depth. He wanted drama. He wanted to show the world that he wasn't just a comedian, he was an actor. And in 1999, he got his chance. Any Given Sunday, the first breakthrough, Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday, 1999, was Jamie's first major dramatic role. He played Willie Beeman, a talented but arrogant quarterback, a character that mirrored parts of his own life as a high school football star. Jamie didn't just act the role, he lived it. His performance was raw, emotional, and electric. Critics praised his intensity. Hollywood realized he had dramatic range far beyond comedy. More roles followed. Ali 2001, Collateral 2004, and Breaking All the Rules 2004. But nothing would prepare the world for what came next, because in 2004, Jamie Foxx delivered one of the greatest performances in film history. Ray, the role that changed everything. In 2004, Jamie Foxx took on the role of a lifetime, Ray Charles, in the biographical film Ray. It wasn't just a performance, it was a transformation. Jamie glued his eyes shut for hours each day to mimic Ray's blindness. He lost 30 pounds. He practiced piano relentlessly. He studied Ray's voice, posture, and emotional rhythms until the line between actor and icon blurred. Ray Charles himself told him, "You're gonna win that Oscar," and he did. Jamie Foxx won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Ray. That same year, he was also nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Collateral, making him one of the few actors in history to receive 2 Oscar nominations in the same year. He had officially become one of Hollywood's most respected performers, but Jamie wasn't done, not even close. The musician Hollywood underestimated. While the world was celebrating Jamie Foxx the actor, another version of him was waiting in the wings, the musician. Long before Hollywood, Jamie had been a trained classical pianist. Music wasn't a hobby, it was a foundation. In 2005, he released the album Unpredictable, and the industry was stunned. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and later climbed to number 1. It went double platinum. The title track became a radio staple, and Jamie proved he wasn't just dabbling in music, he belonged there. Then came Blame It, featuring T-Pain. The song became a cultural phenomenon, winning a Grammy and dominating clubs, radio, and award shows. Jamie's voice, smooth, soulful, confident, became instantly recognizable. He collaborated with some of the biggest names in music: Kanye West, Beyoncé, Drake, Ne-Yo, Lil Wayne. His hooks became iconic. His features elevated songs. His versatility made him one of the few entertainers who could headline a movie and a concert in the same year. But behind the scenes, Jamie was becoming something even more influential: a connector. His home became a creative hub where artists, comedians, producers, and athletes gathered. Deals were made, friendships were formed, careers were launched. Jamie Foxx wasn't just succeeding, he was shaping culture. The Hollywood powerhouse. By the late 2000s and early 2010s, Jamie Foxx had become one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. His range was unmatched. He could lead a drama, carry a comedy, or elevate an ensemble cast. He starred in Dreamgirls, The Soloist, Law-Abiding Citizen, and Valentine's Day. Each role showed a different side of him: emotional depth, comedic timing, intensity, vulnerability. Then came Django Unchained, 2012, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Jamie played Django, a freed slave turned bounty hunter, in a performance that was both powerful and culturally significant. The film became a global hit, and Jamie's portrayal cemented him as a dramatic force. He continued with major roles in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Baby Driver, Just Mercy, and Project Power. Whether he was playing a villain, a hero, or a flawed human being, Jamie brought authenticity to every frame. But even as his career soared, life was preparing challenges that would test him in ways no script ever could. The 2003 New Orleans incident. Before the world saw Jamie Foxx as an Oscar-winning actor, he faced a public controversy that nearly derailed his rising career. In 2003, Jamie and his sister were involved in an altercation at Harrah's Casino in New Orleans. According to reports, the conflict began when security guards asked Jamie to show identification. Words escalated, tensions rose, and the situation turned physical. Jamie was arrested and charged with disturbing the peace, resisting arrest, and trespassing. He later pleaded no contest to disturbing the peace. The result? A suspended 6-month jail sentence, 2 years of probation, and a fine. For many rising stars, an incident like this could have been career-ending. But Jamie took responsibility, complied with the legal process, and moved forward. Hollywood watched closely, and ultimately, his talent overshadowed the controversy. This moment became a reminder that even the brightest stars face shadows, and for Jamie, it was only the beginning of the challenges he would navigate in the public eye. The 2009 Miley Cyrus controversy. In 2009, Jamie Foxx found himself at the center of another controversy, this time involving comments made on his radio show. During a comedic segment, Jamie and his co host made sexually suggestive jokes about then teenage singer Miley Cyrus. The comments sparked immediate backlash. Fans, parents, and media outlets criticized the remarks as inappropriate and harmful. Jamie responded quickly. He issued a public apology, acknowledging that the jokes crossed a line and emphasizing that he never intended to hurt or disrespect Miley. He took responsibility, and the incident eventually faded from headlines. But it was another reminder of the double edged sword of fame. One moment of poor judgment can become a national story. And for Jamie, the scrutiny was only going to intensify as his profile grew. The 2023 Instagram controversy. In August 2023, Jamie Foxx posted a message on Instagram that read, "They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Hash fake friends, hash fake love." The post immediately drew criticism from some social media users who interpreted "they" as referring to Jewish people, leading to accusations of anti-Semitism. Jamie responded swiftly and directly. He apologized to the Jewish community and anyone who felt hurt by the post. He clarified that "they" referred to a specific person who betrayed him, not any religious or ethnic group. He emphasized that he had nothing but love for everyone. The controversy highlighted the complexities of social media, how a single ambiguous message can ignite global backlash. But Jamie's quick clarification and apology helped de-escalate the situation. Still, the moment became part of the larger narrative of Jamie Foxx's life, a man celebrated for his talent, scrutinized for his words, and constantly navigating the pressures of fame. The 2023 sexual assault lawsuit. In November 2023, Jamie Foxx faced one of the most serious allegations of his career. A woman identified as Jane Doe filed a lawsuit claiming that Jamie sexually assaulted her at a Manhattan rooftop bar in August 2015. The lawsuit was filed under the New York Adult Survivors Act, which temporarily allowed individuals to bring forward claims even after the statute of limitations had expired. According to the complaint, the woman alleged that Jamie groped her and put his hands under her clothing without consent until her friend intervened. The filing immediately made headlines, sparking public debate and intense scrutiny. Jamie Foxx's team responded swiftly and forcefully. A representative stated that the alleged incident never happened. They also pointed out that the same woman had filed a nearly identical lawsuit in Brooklyn in 2020, a case that was dismissed shortly after it was filed. Jamie's legal team announced their intention to pursue a claim for malicious prosecution once the 2023 case was dismissed. As of the latest public reporting, the case remains contested, with Jamie maintaining his innocence. This controversy became one of the most polarizing moments of his public life, a reminder of how fame, power, and accusation collide in the modern era. The 2024 birthday dinner altercation. In December 2024, Jamie Foxx celebrated his 57th birthday at a high-end restaurant in Beverly Hills, a night that was supposed to be joyful, intimate, and celebratory. Instead, it turned into a headline-making incident. According to witnesses, patrons at a nearby table began hurling insults toward Jamie's group. Jamie reportedly asked them to stop. Moments later, a glass was thrown across the room, striking Jamie in the face. The impact caused a cut that required stitches. Police were called to the scene, but no arrests were made. The incident was ultimately classified as a physical altercation, with both sides giving conflicting accounts of what happened. Jamie later posted on Instagram, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to be stressed." The moment highlighted the strange duality of celebrity life, where even a birthday dinner can become a public spectacle. The 2023-2024 conspiracy theories. In April 2023, Jamie Foxx suffered a serious, undisclosed medical emergency while filming in Atlanta. His family released minimal information, asking for privacy. The lack of details fueled widespread speculation online. Then came the conspiracy theories. Some internet users, without evidence, claimed that fellow entertainer Sean "Diddy" Combs had poisoned Jamie. Others suggested Jamie was paralyzed, blind, or replaced by a body double. The rumors spread rapidly across social media platforms. Jamie addressed the speculation directly in his 2024 Netflix comedy special. He joked that the internet was trying to kill me, dismissing the theories as absurd and baseless. He emphasized that he had gone through a frightening medical ordeal, but the wild stories circulating online were pure fiction. This chapter of his life revealed the darker side of fame in the digital age. When information is scarce, imagination fills the void, often with harmful consequences. The medical emergency and miraculous recovery. Jamie Foxx's medical emergency in 2023 was one of the most shocking moments of his career. While filming the movie Back in Action, he was rushed to the hospital for a condition his family described only as a medical complication. For weeks, the public knew nothing. Rumors spread, fans worried, celebrities sent prayers. Jamie remained silent. Months later, he finally addressed the world in an emotional video. He said, "I went through something I thought I would never, ever go through." He explained that he didn't want people to see him in a vulnerable state, tubes, machines, and uncertainty. He wanted to be remembered strong, not fragile. His recovery was slow but remarkable. By late 2023 and into 2024, he gradually returned to public life, smiling, performing, filming, and even joking about the ordeal. Jamie Foxx had survived something life-altering, and he emerged with a deeper sense of gratitude, humility, and purpose. The legacy of a multi-hybrid icon. Jamie Foxx's legacy is unlike any other entertainer of his generation. He is one of the few artists to achieve major success in three different fields: comedy, rising from open mics to in living color acting, winning an Academy Award for Ray Music, earning a Grammy, and multiple platinum albums. His versatility is unmatched. His influence spans decades. His story is one of resilience, reinvention, and relentless ambition. Jamie Foxx broke barriers for Black entertainers. He proved that a comedian could become an Oscar-winning actor. He proved that a classically trained pianist could top the Billboard charts. He proved that talent, discipline, and fearlessness can rewrite the rules of Hollywood. But his legacy is also human, filled with triumphs, mistakes, controversies, and comebacks. He is a reminder that greatness is complicated, messy, and real. Jamie once said, "What's on the other side of fear? Nothing." And that philosophy has carried him from Terrell, Texas, to global superstardom. The impact on comedy. Before Jamie Foxx became an Oscar-winning actor or a Grammy-winning musician, he was a comedian, and not just any comedian. He was one of the most naturally gifted impressionists of his generation. His rise began on In Living Color, the iconic sketch comedy show that launched the careers of Jim Carrey, the Wayans family, and Jennifer Lopez. Jamie joined the cast in 1991 and quickly became a standout performer. His characters were bold, fearless, and unforgettable. Wanda, the hilariously unfiltered woman with the catchphrase, "I'm gon' rock yo world," became a cultural phenomenon. His impressions of celebrities were so precise that even the people he impersonated were impressed. Jamie's comedic style blended musicality, physical comedy, sharp timing, fearless improvisation. He didn't just tell jokes, he performed them. His success on In Living Color led to The Jamie Foxx Show, which he co-created, produced, and starred in from 1996 to 2001. The show became a staple of Black television in the 90s, blending comedy, music, and heart. Jamie Foxx's impact on comedy is undeniable. He opened doors for multi-hybrid entertainers, proving that a comedian could also be a dramatic actor, a musician, and a cultural force. He didn't just make people laugh, he made them see what was possible. The impact on film. Jamie Foxx's influence on film is rooted in one word: range. Hollywood had never seen a comedian transition into drama with such power. His performance in Ray, 2004, remains one of the most celebrated biographical portrayals in cinema history. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor, the BAFTA, and the Golden Globe for the role. But Ray was only the beginning. Jamie brought emotional depth to Collateral, intensity to Law-Abiding Citizen, vulnerability to The Soloist, and raw power to Django Unchained. He could play a villain, a hero, a musician, a slave-turned-warrior, or a flawed man trying to survive. His performances helped redefine what Black actors could do in Hollywood. He refused to be typecast, he refused to be limited, and he refused to choose one lane. Directors like Quentin Tarantino, Michael Mann, and Oliver Stone praised his discipline, his instincts, and his ability to transform. Jamie Foxx didn't just act in films, he elevated them. The impact on music. Jamie Foxx's music career is one of the most surprising and impressive chapters of his life. While many actors attempt music, Jamie was different. He was trained, disciplined, and deeply connected to the craft. He studied classical piano at United States International University. He played in church, he composed, he arranged. Music was his first language. His album, Unpredictable, went double platinum. His collaborations with Kanye West, Beyoncé, Drake, and T-Pain became cultural staples. Blame It won a Grammy. His voice, smooth, soulful, and emotional, became instantly recognizable. Jamie's musical impact includes bringing R&B and comedy together in a unique blend, elevating hip-hop collaborations with melodic hooks, mentoring young artists in his home studio, hosting legendary jam sessions that shaped careers. He wasn't just a guest in the music world, he was a pillar. The man behind the spotlight. Behind the fame, the awards, and the controversies, Jamie Foxx is a man shaped by discipline, family, and resilience. He is a father of two daughters, including Corinne Foxx, who has become a successful actress and producer in her own right. Jamie often speaks about how fatherhood changed him, grounding him, humbling him, and giving him purpose. He is known for his generosity. His home has long been a gathering place for artists, comedians, athletes, and musicians. People describe him as warm, welcoming, and endlessly supportive. He's also known for his work ethic. Directors praise his preparation, musicians praise his ear, comedians praise his timing. He is a perfectionist, but one who lifts others up with him. Jamie Foxx is not a perfect man, he is a human one, flawed, brilliant, complicated, and endlessly evolving, the legacy still being written. Jamie Foxx's story is far from over. He has survived the pressures of fame, the weight of controversy, and a medical emergency that nearly took his life. He has reinvented himself again and again, comedian, actor, musician, producer, mentor. His legacy includes an Oscar-winning performance that changed biographical cinema, a Grammy-winning music career that shaped 2000s R&B, a comedic foundation that influenced generations, a body of work that spans film, television, and music, a cultural impact that reaches far beyond entertainment. Jamie Foxx is a reminder that greatness is not linear. It is messy, it is painful, it is triumphant, it is human. From Terrell, Texas, to global superstardom, to near tragedy, to rebirth, Jamie Foxx remains one of the most versatile, resilient, and influential entertainers of his generation, and his story, like his talent, continues to evolve. Tell me in the comments section, are you a fan? What do you love the most about Jamie Foxx? If you're interested in all things Jamie Foxx, then check out the links in the description, and thank you for watching.